Hi, Brad. How are you? I'm here today.
Morning, Andrea.
Good. Hi. So today I'm here with Brad from HARPTA Help, and we are going over something that's super cool for like military families. And for those that are not military too, they should know this before they buy and sell in Hawaii. So Brad gave us the honor. He's going to be introducing himself and he's going to be telling us a little bit more about HARPTA. So Brad, nice to have you.
Well, thanks for having me, Andrea. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the president of HARPTA Help. We run the website harpta.com. So we help people get around or through or past HARPTA and also FERPTA. FERPTA is the federal equivalent of HARPTA for foreign persons. And so that's what our company does. I'm a licensed CPA. We used to do income tax returns years ago, but we're getting so much work with the HARPTA and FERPTA type of jobs that like close my income tax practice, and this is all we do.
Nice, nice. So I have a few questions for you. I'm
Sure.
going to start with the first one. So what does HARPTA stand for and what is it?
Okay, so HARPTA stands for the Hawaii Real Property Tax Act. It's an acronym, and essentially what it is this: is if somebody is a Hawaii non-resident, what will happen is that when they sell real estate in the state of Hawaii, they're going to be subject to a withholding. It's one thing is needs to be clear is it's not a tax, it's a withholding, but it's a very large dollar amount. It's 7.25% of the gross sales price that is withheld, via escrow, and the money is sent to the state.
Yes, that's a lot of money. Second question, really quick. As
Yeah.
a military service member, am I subject to HARPTA?
You may be. And the reason why is that many of the military service members who are stationed in Hawaii do not declare Hawaii as their state of legal residency or home state. And so as a result, many of the military service members stationed here don't pay any income tax on their military income to the state of Hawaii. For people who that applies to, who are not Hawaii residents but are stationed here, HARPTA generally will apply, but there are ways to get waivers. If they have some way to waive the gain on the sale of their property, which is possible, they may be able to get a waiver.
Interesting. So there's another question on that too. So what are the ways to get a waiver so that HARPTA is never withheld?
No, that's good because ultimately that's what somebody wants, right? They're selling a property, they don't want HARPTA withheld. It's a lot of money. 7.25% of your sales price is an awful lot. I mean, $1 million property, which is that's about average price on Oahu sometimes for a single family home, uh, is going to be 72,500. So that's a lot of money. But the ways to get around it is if you can prove that you have a taxable loss or a loss, a tax loss, by proving it with documentation, what will happen is Hawaii will, if you get the filing done in time and it's being presented properly, you can get a waiver. You can also get a waiver if you were occupying the home as your main home and you are subject to the benefits of what's called the main home gain exclusion. That will also allow you to to get a waiver possibly of HARPTA. The last way is actually a way to get HARPTA reduced, but it's a fairly rare circumstance, is when somebody has so little equity that the application of HARPTA to the transaction is forcing them to actually have to bring cash to closing. They may be able to get HARPTA reduced in that case because Hawaii doesn't want HARPTA to be what stands in the way of a sale. So those are the ways to kind of get HARPTA either waived or reduced.
Well, that's amazing. That's great information right there. So if I can get a waiver, right, of HARPTA and it's withheld,
Yeah.
how do I go about getting it back?
Okay. Yeah. That's a good question because in some cases, regardless of the circumstances, or in an individual circumstance, if they had a rental, for instance, or if their gain is so large that they can't exclude all of it, what will happen is HARPTA will be withheld. So if HARPTA is withheld, there are two ways actually for the taxpayer to get it back. Number one is after closing, they can file for an early HARPTA refund. And something like that will, usually takes about 60 to 75 days from closing when we help our clients file. to get an early refund. If they get an early refund, they're still going to have to do a income tax for the year of sale in the following year. So people who are selling in 2024 will still need to do an income tax return for the state of Hawaii in 2025.
Mm.
But you know, if you get the early refund, you'll get back most of your money early. The other possible way to get a refund is to skip that early refund process altogether. Essentially, you just wait it out for the rest of the year, and then in the following year, file a Hawaii income tax return, and you should be able to get a refund that way. A refund doesn't imply that they're going to get everything back. If they have a taxable gain, Hawaii is still going to hold on to some money as tax, but the home seller should be able to get the difference.
Okay, well, whew. Well, some is better than nothing, right?
Oh
So
yeah, it's much better. Yeah, some is always better than nothing.
yeah, so my last question for you is, do non-residents pay a higher tax rate than residents?
Oh, that's a good question. And I know things like HARPTA really leave non-residents with that impression. Like, you know, I'm a non-resident, so you're gonna hit me with the taxes. The truth of the matter is, all things being equal between a resident and a non-resident, they will pay the exact same tax rate as each other. Hawaii does not discriminate on your residency, doesn't change your tax rate based on your residency. So just know that Hawaii residents and Hawaii non-residents are subject to the same tax table. It's just that non-residents may have to pay this HARPTA as a withholding just to cover the state of Hawaii because they want to make sure that they get paid.
Well, that's amazing. Like all of you, all the questions, you've answered everything, you nail it. So I want to thank you very much for being here with me.
Well,
And
thanks, Andrea.
no, thank you. And again, Brad has already assisted some of my military families, like when they were selling properties in Hawaii. And he's very good, very thorough. His team is amazing. So I just wanted to put that out there. And thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate you being here with us.
No, thank you, Andrew. And I really, really appreciate the time to talk about something I love.
Alrighty, thank you.